In question 22, we need to find the height over the Earth's surface at which the weight of a body becomes half of its value on the surface. Solution 22. So we know that the force of gravity is the weight is given by mg, and it can also be written like gm over r square. So now we want that this has to become half, so we want the value to become half, and we need to find at which height this will happen, so r plus h. So from this you can easily find that h will be equal to root 2r minus r, or r root 2 minus 1. In question 23, what is the acceleration due to gravity on top of Mount Everest? Solution 23. So at the top of Mount Everest we need to use this formula. When we are at a height we need to use this formula. So 9.8, 1 minus, now this is 1, and over 6.4. So this will give us 9.773 meters per second square. In question 24, we need to find acceleration due to gravity in a mine. Solution 24. So in the depth we need to use this formula. So when we put the formula, 1 minus 640 over 6400 into 10 to the power 3, so this will give us 9.799 meter per second square. In question 25, a body is weighed by a spring balance to be 1 kg at the North Pole. How much will it weigh on the equator? So the Earth is not properly spherical, it is bulgy. So because of the rotation, the value of g will be different. So g dash will be g minus omega square r. So 9.81 minus 7.3 into 10 to the power minus 5 square into radius of Earth in meters. So g dash will come out to be 9.776 meter per second square. So the body will weigh, weight of the body will be 0.997 kg at equator. If it is 1 kg at pole, it will be 0.997 kg at equator. So now in question 26, a body stretches a spring by particular length. We need to find at what height above the South Pole will it stretch the same spring by the same length. Solution 26. So we know the formula, let this be equation 1, and at the height the equation becomes this, let this be equation 2. So g minus omega square r equal to g 1 minus 2h over r. So from this h will come out to be omega square r square over 2g, which will be 11125 meters, or approximately or 10 or 11 kilometers. In question 27, at what rate should Earth rotate so that apparent g at equator becomes 0? So this is solution 27. So g dash equal to g minus omega square r, we want it to be 0. So g equal to omega square r, so omega will be root g over r. So once we solve this, omega will be 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 radian per second. And if you want to find the time period, it can be found out by 2 pi by omega. So it will be 1.41 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 seconds. or in hours it will be 1.41 hours. In question 28, a pendulum having a bob of mass m is hanging in ship sailing along the equator from east to west. Find the speed of the ship due to rotation of Earth about its axis, and find the difference between T0 and Earth's attraction on the bob. And if the ship sails at speed v, what is the tension in the string? Angular speed of Earth's rotation is omega. So this is solution 28. Now A part, speed of the ship due to Earth's rotation will be simply omega r. Then T0 equal to mgr, which will be mg minus m omega square r, and T0 minus mg equal to m omega square r. See, if ships at speed v, t will be mg minus m omega 1 square r. So T0 minus this, so T0 minus v square plus omega square r square minus 2 omega rv over r into m. So t will be T0 plus 2 this. In 29, time taken by Mars to revolve around the Sun is given. Find the ratio of average distance between Mars and Sun, so that between Earth and the Sun. So we need to find the ratio for Mars and Sun and Earth and Sun. Solution 29. By Kepler's law, t square is proportional to r cube. So t square for Mars over t square for Earth equal to r cube for Mars and r cube for Earth. 1.88 over 1 square equal to square re square. So from here the ratio of Rm over Re will come out to be 1.52 approximately. Solution 30. In question 30, moon takes about 27.3 days to revolve. We need to calculate mass of Earth from this data. So the solution 30, t is 2 pi root r cube over gm. So m will be t square over 4 pi square into g over r cube. Actually it will be r cube 4 pi square r cube over t square g. So once we put all the values, the mass will be approximately 6.02 into 10 to the power 24 kg. In question 31, a Mars satellite moving in orbit of radius is given. We need to calculate mass of Mars. Solution 31. So again t equal to 2 pi root r cube over gm. So by same formula, r 4 pi square r cube over t square g. When you put all the values here, you will find it will be 6.5 into 10 to the power 23 kg. In question 32, satellite is given. We need to find the speed of the orbit, kinetic energy, potential energy and time period. Solution 32. A part. The speed is gm over r plus h. or it can also be gr square over r plus h. So once we put all the values, 9.8 into 6400 into 10 to the power 3 whole square over 6400 into 10 to the power 3 plus 2 into 10 to the power 2000 into 10 to the power 3. So after solving this, we will get 6.9 kilometer per second. It will be 6.9 into 10 to the power 3 meters per second, so you can convert it. Next is kinetic energy equal to half mv square. So it will be half 1047.6 into 10 to the power 6, 2.38 into 10 to the power 10 joules. And potential energy minus gmm over r plus h. So it will be minus 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into 6 into 10 to the power 24 into 10 to the power 3 over 6400 plus 2000 into 10 to the power 3. So potential energy will come out to be minus 4.76 into 10 to the power 10 joules. And D part, time period 2 pi r plus h over velocity. So you will get around 76.6 into 10 to the power 2 seconds or 2.1 hours. In question 33, we need to find the radius of circular orbit of a satellite moving with angular speed equal to angular speed of Earth's rotation. And if satellite is directly above the North Pole at some instant, find the time it takes to come over the equatorial plane. So this is the solution 33. So here angular speeds will be same, so because of that 2 pi Te equal to 2 pi Ts. Okay, angular speeds are same. So 1 over 24 into 3600 in seconds and 1 over 2 pi root r plus h cube over gr square. So once you simplify this, h will come out to be 42300 centimeter. This is the A part. Now B part, time taken from North Pole to equator. So let it be half of time t. So it will be half 6.28 into 43200 plus 6400 cube over 10 into 6400 square into 10 to the power 6. So it will be around 6 hours. In question 34, what is the true weight of the weight of an object in a geostationary satellite? So solution 34. So mgh equal to mg r square over r plus h whole square. So 10 6400 into 10 to the power 3 square over 6400 into 10 to the power 3 plus 3600 into 10 to the power 3 square. So from this 0.23 Newton will be the answer. This should be mgh weight at height h. Okay. In question 35, radius of planet is r1. We need to find acceleration due to gravitation of the planet at its surface. Solution 35. 5. So time period is 2 pi root r2 cube over gr1 square. T square equal to 4 pi square r2 cube over gr1 square. So g will be 4 pi r square over t square r2 cube over r1 square. So this will be the acceleration due to gravity. In question 36, we need to find minimum co-altitude which can directly receive a signal from geostationary satellite. Solution 36. So for this, let's draw a diagram. (90°). Let this be phi. This is A and this is co-latitude. This is B. Let this be C O A. So angle OAB is 90° minus angle ABO, and angle OBC is phi, that is, and it is equal to OAB. So sin phi will be 6/4 perpendicular upon hypotenuse 8/53. So phi will be sin inverse 0.15. In question 37, a particle is fired vertically up. We need to find initial speed of particle when it goes up to 6400 km. Solution 37. So energy half mv square plus minus gmm over r. This is equation 1. In space, this is at surface of earth and this is at space at height h. So minus gmm over r plus h, kinetic energy will become 0. So this is 2. And if you assume that if it is given that height is up to 6400, which is like radius of earth, so r plus r, that is 2r. So ultimately this should be equal by conservation of energy. So gmm r plus half mv square equal to gmm over 2r. So from this you can find that v square will be gm over r and v will be root gm over r. So v will be 0.79 into 10 to the power 4 meters per second after solving this. In question 38, a particle is fired vertically up with some speed. What will be the speed will it move in interstellar space, assuming only Earth's gravity? So solution 38. So let the speed be v in interstellar space. So it will be half m. Now 15 into 10 to the power 3 square minus v square equal to r to infinity gmm x square dx. So from here, when we solve this, we will get half m 225 into 10 to the power 6 minus v square equal to gmm over r, and v square will come out to be 225 into 10 to the power 6 minus 40.02 over 32 into 10 to the power 8. So v will be approximately 10 kilometers per second after solving this. In question 39, a mass is given. What should be the radius of the sphere? Solution 39. So escape velocity is root 2gm over r. So r will be 2gm over v square. So 2 into 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into 6 into 10 to the power 24 over 3 into 10 to the power 8 whole square. So radius will be around 8.89 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters.